What's up guys, welcome to another YouTube video. So in today's video I'm going to talk about ICT Killzones because I get questions about them all the time. So in today's video I'm going to give you a good explication and I hope you'll understand it, and I pretty much guarantee you'll understand it like after this video because I'll do my best, okay? So let's get started. So as you guys know, any chart of any asset, here we have the British pound against the US dollar, has two axes, right? The time and the price, right? The time we have August 7, 13. The time is in days because we're in the daily time frame. And the value, aka the price, right? So at time at a time like 10 a.m. there has to be a like the market is given a price, right? At 11 a.m. the market could be given another price. It's time and price, right? Most people only analyze price, like drawing like I don't know, fair value gap, this and that, support, resistance, moving average, but they forget about the time because any market in the world is heavily influenced by price, by timing, right? I mean, if like let's say an auction, right? Let's say have you guys ever been on an auction, right? If you arrive at the auction early, you might get lower prices, right? Or any market. Like I'm not talking about supermarket kind of markets. I'm talking about a market where there's buyers and sellers, right? The time really affects the price, right? The pricing of an asset, right? As you guys know, the seasons, like the time of the year affects maybe the price of wheat, eggs, you know, time and price. Time really affects price, right? Two factors, x and y. So what are kill zones? Kill zones are simply times that are heavily or could heavily influence price, right? That's it. That's a simplified definition of a kill zone. Why is it called kill and zone? I don't know, bro. That's just a fancy name, to be honest. I don't see. I've been trying to decode this for a while, but I don't really see any meaning to this. Ask ICT. So anyway, let me get further into this. So away from wheat and eggs and markets and auctions and all of that, we're talking financial markets. So financial markets, they have something called trading sessions, right? So in the world, there are different exchanges. There's a Sydney exchange, Tokyo, London, New York. You guys know all that, right? Like they are spread out, so the market almost never closes. So as you can see, Sydney opens, closes. Same time, Tokyo is on. Same time, London is on. Same time, New York is on, right? Same time, there's an hour break, depends on the asset. Same time, again, Sydney, again, Tokyo, again, London. You know, it never closes. It stays almost all day, every day, except the weekend, of course. So, what are kill zones? So, hear me out, bro. So, as you can see, the trading session Sydney, or let's skip Sydney for now. Let's talk about London, right? So the trading session London, as you can see, starts from. By the way, all the times that I'm gonna discuss in this video are New York times, right? So, yeah. So New York times. So as you can see, London session starts at what? 3 a.m. Right? So the kill zone is simply like the London starts from 3 and ends at like 12 on this chart right here. So the London kill zone is simply a range of time inside of this time, right? So the London kill zone is from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., right? So this is the London kill zone, right? Simply a time inside of this time that will affect prices, right? That heavily influences prices, right? So let's get back. What is the New York kill zone? It's simply a time inside of this, right? That affects price. Why would it affect price? Because there's heavily like there's a heavy volume inside that. Look at this trading volume. If we see from Sydney, it's pretty low, right? It's pretty low. But look at the London kill zone. Do you see this? Right, it's been going up, and then it hits a peak, right? When the kill zone stops, price doesn't really increase in volatility and volume, right? Until the start of the New York kill zone. As you can see, bro, check it out. Check it out. New York kill zone, extra volatility. So this is a kill zone, right? Simply a time where volatility increases, right? So that's definition number one. Definition number two, I mean, not really definition, but kill zones, we want to look for certain behaviors, right? So as you guys know, there's a Asia kill zone, there's London, and then there's NY kill zone. So hear me out. So as I said, kill zones are simply ranges in time inside of a session, like a different, not a different, a specific time window inside the session where that time can affect the price more heavily, like statistically, right? So how can it affect? So simply, say you want the market to go down, right? You did your buys, you did your analysis, you looked at fundamentals, you looked at technicals, you know that the market is poised to go down. We expect lower prices, right? So Asia kill zone is usually quiet, right? Sometimes it will give the high or low of the day. Hear me out. So what is a high or low of the day? So as you guys know, every candle has 4 values: open, high, low, and close. So the day starts, it goes higher. This is the highest we've ever been today, but we closed below, right? So this part right here could happen during Asia sometimes, right? Sometimes it happens, sometimes not. Now usually it's a range, right? So let's look at another one. London kill zone usually, this is from my observation, right, with my study of the price, usually gives high or low of the day. So again, Asia sometimes, it's usually quiet, but sometimes it gives this. But London usually gives this, right? A higher probability. But sometimes, if Asia gives the high of the day, London will be what? Will be continuation, right? Let's come back here. So this is the Asian kill zone. I think it's, I don't really remember the actual times, but I'll put, I think this is Asia kill zone, yeah. This is Asia kill zone. Something like this. So as you can see. So if during this time window we see the high or the low of the day, during this time of window, this volume or this volatility will push it down, right? Again, this is not a pattern. This is just behaviors that we want to look for. This is the point of kill zones. These are time windows that we expect prices to behave a certain way, right? So if Asia gives London continuation, right? Now let's talk about New York kill zone. So New York kill zone is either reversal of London or it's a continuation. So hear me out. So if London gives you the high of the day, right, and Asia ranges, right, classic AMD accumulation manipulation distribution, New York would be a continuation, right? Continuation of London. And there's another kill zone that I forgot. It's called London Close. Now, why is it called London Close? Because as you can see, there's a point here where, wait, let me go back here. So there's a point here where London and New York are simultaneously happening, right? As you can see, London and New York both are happening here. By the time London stops, this is London close. As you can see, the volatility starts to drop, right? And when the volatility starts to drop, we can expect as this is an action, a reaction on the prices. So London close, I'm expecting this bit to happen, right? This boom boom, right? So this is one way to look at it. Another way to look at New York is reversal. So what I'm talking about, so open, high, did it happen on London and Asia, doesn't matter. Sometimes New York would reverse all the way, right? And then comes London close, and then boom, right? Usually there's some news, there's a heavy reversal, right? Or this usually happens during like Tuesdays or something. You know, it's look, I'm not giving you a pattern, I'm just explaining to you the concept, right? It's up to you to go and study the different quote-unquote templates, quote-unquote behaviors, right? I'm gonna give you a couple of examples, but don't take this as a pattern, right? Listen, that doesn't mean that London, I said London gives a high or low of the day or continuation. That doesn't mean London it's not gonna range, right? If it's Friday and we have NFP at 8:30 at London at New York Killzone, I mean we're probably gonna see Asia ranging and London ranging, and then NFP does something like boom boom, like something crazy, right? It's situational. It's not like a be all end all kind of thing, right? So I want you to understand that. So anyway, let's get back here. We're trying to give you a little example, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. So again, here's another example. By the way, I use this indicator for kill zone visualization, right? By the way, these are the chimes of the kill zones that I use. Oh, wait, where's the chime? I'll put the time in the video somewhere in the description, alright? I want to give you the correct times, right? I don't really remember the London close. Well, let me give it here. I use 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. for London kill zone. New York, 8 a.m. to 11, right? And 11 to 14th for London close. Asia is 12 p.m. to midnight, right? This is the times that I use. So here, as you can see, London low of the day. So Asia, quiet, as you can see, low volume. Where is it? Low volume. Comes London. Here we go. Changing the state of delivery. Entry here. Boom. But you should not trade this because this was Jackson Hole Symposium. Powell was gonna talk. It was gonna get messy. So this is not a pattern, guys. This is just, hey, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. for London kill zone. New York, 8 a.m. to 11. To 14th for London close. Asia is 12 p.m. to midnight. Right? This is the times that I use. So here, as you can see, London low of the day. So Asia, quiet, as you can see, low volume. Comes London. Here we go. Changing the state of delivery. Entry here. Boom. But you should not trade this because this was Jackson Hole Symposium. Powell was gonna talk. It was gonna get messy. So this is not a pattern, guys. This is just, hey, you are bullish on the price, right? Wait, where's that thing again? Oh, did I delete it? Wait, 1 second. One second, guys. Give me a second. So, as I said, time and price. So, you are bullish on price. Your analysis about price. You see fundamentals. You wait for time to align with price, right? Wait for the time windows that gives the behaviors, right? Synchronize with the pricing. So this is pretty much how you want to use skill zones, right? You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm bullish. It's London kill zone, so let me buy. No, bro. You wait for price and time to get together, and then you take trades, right? Again, this is not financial advice or nothing. I'm just explaining what I think from my my analysis of price. Again, here's another example. Asia, again, quiet, right? Comes London. This is I think this is a 4-hour fair value gap or something. There's some PD right here. I don't remember. So market maker buy model. Go up. High of the day. Again, New York is either continuation. Where's that example? Fuck. Anyway, yeah. New York is either continuation or reversal. So let's get back into that example. So London gives the high of the day, right? Comes New York, open, manipulates, intermediate term high, MMXM, advanced market structure, if you know, you know, classic. Continuation, right? It continuates the move that London started, right? As you can see, London close just gets shittier from here. I don't really like to trade this time window, like, yeah. Another example, let's see what we got here. Same thing. Asia, London gives the high of the day, New York continuation. Yeah. Sometimes Asia gives the high of the day. Here's what I talked about. Asia, high of the day. London was a continuation, and then New York was also a continuation. So again, time windows, these time windows, you want to look for them, right? Again, if you know that this is the high of the day, there's an SMG here, so these highs are maybe, as I was saying. So if I was bearish here with the higher time, look, I'm not getting into the higher time frame here. I'm just saying, like, if you know that the price is bearish and you see like this is an SMG here, so-called the market is like these highs are not gonna be taken out, right? Changing the state of delivery. On the 15-minute, this is a breaker block here, right? We have a fair value gap. I would enter here and I would expect London to be a continuation, right? So this is how I'm using like the kill zones, right? I don't just buy blindly or sell blindly. Like there's a logic, right? Time and then price, right? So yeah. Again, last example. Here Asia gives a low, right? London, again, continuation, as you can see. Start of the kill zone. Turtle soup, intermediate term low. You could enter at this gap, you know, and just wham, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like and give me a comment. This was just an introduction, right? I want you to take these things and study them, right? Go back to your chart and keep going back. Like take your chart like I did with you and keep going back, go back to the maximum, right? And see every kill zone, how did price react? And how what look at the higher time frame context, right? And look at the lower time frame context. Look at the price action, right? Read price action like a book, not a pattern. See the different kill zones and the different reactions, right? And study them, right? Get these things, get yourself like familiar with these things, right? So if you have any questions, man, send me your question on Instagram. I answer all the time, right? All the time I answer the questions. So that's it for today. See you guys soon. All the love, all the power. Peace.